What's up, you guys? Welcome to Respawn. I'm Mr. Sark. Now, you've probably already noticed this week we are in full preview mode for our upcoming Frag Cup, the giant Modern Warfare 2 tournament. We've got 4 online brackets, 64 teams, and these guys are all competing for insane amounts of money, thanks to our buddies at Cinemax, who sent over like a dump truck and just poured cash into our offices. For you guys, it's not for us. But the prize money doesn't stop there. We've got a Facebook app coming up where you guys can actually predict the outcomes of these battles, even down to like little shit, like who's going to get first blood, is there going to be a duke, that type of thing, and you can win money if you guess right. Now, this Facebook app that's coming up allows you guys to pick your winners. But how can you do that if you're not informed? Unless you're the craziest COD competitive fan ever, you may not have any idea who these guys are, and that's where Uncle Sark comes in. I want you to win that money, so I'm going to help familiarize you guys with some of these teams. Maybe by the time you fill out your Facebook app, you're making educated decisions rather than just filling out C, which is what I did on my SATs. Because I was like, dude, I'm going to get like half of these right. I'm going to do this for as many teams as I possibly can. I've been on the phone with them, emailing them. And let's get into it. We're going to start with CEVO. All right, the first team I'm going to talk about over on CEVO is Team Mutiny. Team Captain Vicious got on the phone with me. We talked a little bit about what these guys, what these guys are looking at doing in Frag Cup. The team's made up of Vicious MT, Mr. Blasco, Remixed It, Statics, and Silent Shot. These guys have been coming in the top of tournaments on CEVO for a while now. In one case, they even came in second to Fear, which to all of us normal people is like winning. Now, these guys come from a background of all, spread across all the consoles. They've been playing together since Call of Duty 4, where they were very successful in some of these ladders, including over there on CEVO. Now, it's interesting. One of the things these guys have all said when I ask them, like, what do you have that you think is going to bring you success? Among other things, every one of these teams has unsurprisingly said communication. And Team Mutiny was no different. They're going to be forced to be reckoned with over on CEVO, which is a very competitive ladder itself. So keep an eye on Team Mutiny.
We lost Charlie.
Now, the next team I want to highlight over on CEVO is E2K Ecstasy. Their team captain is Soldier X. The rest of the team is Daze, E2K, Rawthentic, and Major Star. A lot of these teams have played in multiple ladders, so these guys are also Game Battles veterans. Now, as you can tell by their name, they're sponsored by the company E2K, and they actually get to travel around on E2K's dime, which is not a bad deal, if you ask me. If you guys are looking for like a crash test dummy or something. Now, these guys have been playing together since Call of Duty 4. It's been over 2 years they've been running as a pack. When they got into World at War for a while, they actually topped out one of those game battle seasons, placing first. They mentioned that their biggest rival is Team Fear, who had also beat Team Mutiny. So it's looking like Team Fear is going to have some people coming after them. They better watch out. Okay, the next team I want to drag out into the spotlight here is the LRSD. Nicest guys in the world. When I talked to their team captain, Bobby Shadow, on the phone. Coolest dude. The rest of the team is TiVo, Muggsy 101, we've got Grim, we've got Blind Mice, and we've got Figs. Alright, these guys have been playing together for over a year, and they're ranked in the top 25 teams pretty consistently on game battles for whatever game they engage in. Now, one of the things that I thought was cool is I asked him what does LRSD stand for? What's the meaning of your team name? It's actually a military term that I am now using all the time online because it sounds badass. Long Range Surveillance Detachment. Some of you guys probably already knew that. I'd never heard of that. I think it's pimp. Now, these guys, when I talked to them, it sounded like they had their heads on straight, and they were getting ready to throw down. CEVO's going to be a tough ladder. As you guys know, the Frag Cup is going to be 4 competitions for each online competitive site to find out who's the top. And then those 4 champs are going to battle, and we're going to see who's really the top. It's going to be a tough one, and I wish them good luck. Long Range Surveillance Detachment. Alright, finally, the last CEVO team I want to mention real quick, Team Envious. For those of you who are not familiar with Team Envious, They are one of the 800-pound gorillas in the SIVO room. Between them and Team Fear, they have racked up more trophies, more prizes, more ladies. I think they must get the ladies than any other team. This team has like a complicated history. Some of the players actually used to play for Team Fear, their main rival, including Hastro, the team captain. And they have gone head-to-head with Team Fear numerous times, and it's gone both ways in the past. Both teams are actually in Frag Cup. This is going to be one you do not want to miss. Both, I would go out on a limb, which is not really going out on a limb, and say these guys are the two favorites in SIVO. The rest of the teams are underdogs. Any given Sunday, though, this shit could change. So, Team Envious and Fear, two teams you want to keep your eyes on. But you're going to watch every match they're in because this is single elimination. You have a bad match, you're out. This collision is going to be like, it would be like if Dolph Lundgren dipped his fists in wax and then rolled them in broken glass, and then he went to fight Jean-Claude Van Damme, who had dipped his forearms in gasoline and then lit them on fire. That fight is going to be what these guys are like. Which would be so awesome. Why hasn't that happened? I'm sitting here in an office, I'm talking about Call of Duty gaming, and listen to that shit I'm coming up with. Genius! We should shoot that right after this, Hollywood. Now, of course, that is not all the teams for SIVO, but that's all the time we have today. So stay tuned for more of this preview coverage. It's running all week. We are going to bombard you with Frag Cup info. So stay tuned. We're going to get Team Fear in here. We're going to be talking to all these teams. We want to get you guys going. And you also, don't forget, you're going to be doing this Facebook app, so you're going to need to know. You're going to need to know all this info so that you can win some money.
Be sure to follow us on Twitter. There you'll find the latest updates from our premier directors and the Machinima Respawn team.